Hey there, welcome to the video. Now, if you've been searching for a realistic way to start making money online, then you're in the right place. Today, I'm going to be diving into one of the most simplest and most beginner-friendly methods to build a profitable side hustle on Amazon KDP. This method doesn't require fancy skills, a huge budget, or even prior experience. All you need is a laptop, an internet connection, and the willingness to take action. And whether you're a complete beginner or you're someone looking to expand their online income streams, this video is for you. Before we dive in, if you've ever felt stuck, overwhelmed, or unsure where to begin when it comes to the world of publishing low and medium content books on Amazon KDP, well, my KDP Royalty Roadmap is exactly what you need. This free step-by-step guide is designed to walk you through creating and publishing your very first book from scratch with no prior experience necessary. It's practical, it's straightforward, and it's tailored to help you see results that can help you transform your KDP journey and set you on the path to success. So if you're interested, I'll leave a link down below. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Jeff, and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online, whether it be through Amazon KDP or other online businesses. So if this sounds interesting to you, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. So what exactly are low content books and why are they such a powerful way to make passive income? Low content books include products like journals, planners, logbooks, and coloring books. These books don't rely on a lot of written content, making them easy to create, even for complete beginners. The best part is they're always in demand, whether it's a guided journal for personal growth or a niche specific planner. People buy these products year round. So today I'm going to be showing you how to identify a profitable niche that has real demand, create professional looking books using free or low cost tools, and set up your first book for passive income success, all without breaking the bank. Now, the niche that we're going to be talking about today is the vehicle mileage logbook. Now, this is a great book to get started with on Amazon KDP because it's going to be a very, very simple book to make. This is going to be your most basic low content book that you could possibly make on Amazon KDP. As I'm going to show you soon, the interiors are going to be super simple. It's just going to be a bunch of lines that you're going to repeat over and over throughout the book. But before we get there, we want to do research on the niche. There's no point putting a book up if there's not any potential for profits. And so I use this tool called Titan's Quick View. This is the purple bar you see on your screen. This is a free extension available on the Chrome Web Store, so feel free to download it and install it for yourself. It's going to give you a lot of good information. For example, it gives you a niche score. So we see 86 right here. It's going to give you total results, exact match, which means how many books are ranking for this keyword in their title. So we see 6 out of 48. How many books are independently published, which means how many books are KDP books. The average bestsellers rank, which you see at 135,000. The average reviews and the average price. And to give you an idea of what I look for when I'm looking for potential profits in any given niche, I'm looking for 3 simple things. Number 1 has to do with the competition. There's no point putting a book up if you're going to put it in a niche that's overly competitive. So I'm really looking for only search results that have about 1,000 and less, because this is going to tell me that the competition is not too competitive, which means that there's a chance for me to get my book ranked on the first or second page of Amazon so people can see my book and they can potentially buy it. Number 2 has to do with demand. There's no point putting a book up in a niche if people aren't buying those books. So in order to judge demand, I'm looking for 3 or more KDP books that have a bestsellers rank of 300,000 or below, because this is going to tell me that these books are selling right now at about a book per day, which means that there's some type of demand here. And number 3, I'm looking for a niche score that's provided by Titan's Quick View that basically validates the first 2 steps, and that score is at least 50. So back on Amazon, we're going to see with step 1 of having search results of about 1,000 or less, that for vehicle mileage logbook, the total result is 686, which is well below that 1,000 that I'm looking for. So that is a good sign. That passes my first step. The second part has to do with the demand. So in order to do that, all we're going to do is go down the first page here of Amazon one by one And what we're looking for are KDP books that have a BSR of 300,000 or below. So with the first one, I know this is not a KDP book because it doesn't say independently published anywhere on the details here. Same with this one, and same with this one. Same with the first row right here. So if we go to the next row, this book right here, independently published, we can see vehicle mileage logbook for taxes. Bestsellers rank 22,213. So this is one book that satisfies that requirement. The book right next to it has a bestsellers badge, independently published with a bestsellers rank of 9,960. So that's book number 2. And then if we find one more book, we're going to satisfy step 2. The book right next to that is independently published with the bestsellers rank of 28,000. So that's 3 books right here, satisfies my step 2. But what I like to do is I like to look through the entire first page to see really how much demand there is. So the one right next, 350,000, a little bit above that 300, but it's not too bad. 12,958, another bestseller at 15,093, 28,811, 105,000, 50,000, 82,000, 39,000, 95,000, 86,000, 258,000, 28,000, 271,000, 174,000. So we see a ton of books here selling very, very well. So I know there's a ton of demand. People are looking for this type of book. They're looking for vehicle mileage logbooks. So that step 1 and step 2 has been satisfied. And then if we look at the niche score of 86, very, very high, above that 50 that I look for, we can see that all 3 of my steps have been satisfied, which tells me there's a strong potential for profits here. So all we need to do is to start looking at some of these books, look at the interiors, how the covers are created, so that we know how to make a similar one for ourselves. If we take a look at the best-selling book in this niche, the title right here, Mileage Logbook, Vehicle Mileage Journal for Business or Personal Taxes, Automotive Daily Tracking Miles Record Book, Odometer Tracker Logbook, Automobile, Truck or Car Owner Gift Notebook. Now, the thing I'm going to say about the title is that they really stuffed keywords in here, but obviously it works for them. This is not how I would create the title. I would put some of these in the back end keywords, but obviously it works for them. They've been selling well, and obviously with the #1 bestsellers badge. So whatever they did with the title, it works. It has a 4.6 out of 5, mostly 5 stars, some 4 stars, barely any 1 star and 2 stars. So this is a very well put together book. But as you're going to see with the interior, it's so simple that anyone can create this type of book. A little bit about the book, 6 by 9 inches with a matte cover. This is something that you can choose on Amazon KDP. You can either print it with matte cover or a glossy cover. 110 pages, and then you can see a little bit more. So it includes the year, the make, the model of the vehicle, the begin and ending of odometer values, total mileage, destination, and notes. If we notice here, the paperback is $5.95, and they also offer the hardcover version at $14.95. Now, to give you an idea of how much they make per book sold, if we use this KDP royalty calculator and then we put the page count in here along with the list price, we can see the standard royalty at $1.40, which I would say is pretty standard for logbooks. You're going to be about $1, $2 standard royalty. The extended distribution is 21 cents. And if we look at the price breakdown right here, we can see 36.5% go towards printing costs. So that's $2.17. 40% go to Amazon. That's their cut. That's $2.38. So what's left over of that $5.95 is 23.5% or $1.40. Now, if we take a look at the sample, here's the cover. So the cover is very simple. It's basically the interior page that's put onto the front with a nice patterned image. And then if we scroll down, the first page is the owner and vehicle information. Easy enough, we can make this ourselves. And then here comes the actual logbook interior. This is the one right here where it's just repeated over and over. You have the year, the make, the model, the date, time, odometer, start, end, total mileage, destination, and notes. And notice it's just repeated over and over and over for a total of 100 plus pages. This book is the most simplest type of low content book that you could make. And these types of books are going to be important for your low and medium content business. These books are not going to bring in a ton of sales per month, but when you have dozens and dozens and dozens of logbooks, well, it's all going to start adding up at the end of the month. Now, if we look at this graph, this is going to be the BSR graph. So we're seeing for the last 30 days, you can see that since December, the rankings have improved. Now, if we go back 90 days, 6 months, we can kind of see the performance. It stayed relatively stable. There's a part right here in December where it wasn't really selling well. And then if we go back 1 year, all time, we can see that this book has done very, very well for the last couple years. Once again, it's very important to have logbooks in your library. So that's why we're looking at the vehicle mileage logbook today, because there's still a lot of space here for you to compete with other publishers. Now, if we scroll down, we're going to see A+ content from the publisher. This is where you can add more information about your book. You can add pictures, you can add more details, you can kind of give the customer an idea of what your book looks like. And as you can see, here's one of the interiors that's kind of filled in. So it gives the customer an idea of what it looks like. And then my favorite module on A+ content, something that I talk about all the time, is this part right here where you can list your other books that's for sale so that people can look at them and people can buy them on your other listings. This is a very easy way to boost your sales of your other books. And if you're not implementing this module in your A+ content, or if you're not implementing A+ content at all, it's very crucial that you create A+ content for all your books, because it's just going to help your book out. It's going to help rank better, and it's just going to add more value to your customers when they're looking at your listing. So if you want to learn how to create A+ content, go ahead and click somewhere up top on this video. I'm going to leave a marker up for my video. Go ahead and watch that at the end of this one. Now, if we go ahead and take the bestsellers rank of 7,524 and plug it into a KDP sales calculator, we can see that this book makes about 32 sales per day, which is about 960 sales per month, and an estimated $44 per day in royalties. And that's $1,344 per month in estimated royalties from such a simple book. Here are the reviews with images, as we can see what it looks like. There it is, such a simple book. There's nothing really to it. And I'm going to show you exactly how to create this so you can get one up and running on Amazon KDP. Now, the fastest and easiest way to create this type of mileage tracker logbook is to go to Creative Fabrica and make a search for mileage tracker and take a look at all of these interiors that are available for you to use as your interior. So as you can see, it varies from interior to interior, but generally they all contain the same amount of information. So if you find something that you like, for example, this one right here, this one's 8.5 by 11. It also includes a 6 by 9 inch version, and it's 120 pages. And you can see what it looks like here. And then the interior is right here. Well, all you have to do is download it, and then you can use this for your interior. This type of interior isn't really going to be affected by the duplicate content on Amazon if you're worried about that, because technically every page is the same. So when you're dealing with this type of logbook, things that are closer to no content type books or very basic low content books with duplicate pages, you're not really going to run into that Amazon issue. But if you're worried about that, what you can do is you can still look at these interiors. And what you can do is you can go to Canva, open up an account, and then just recreate the interior so that you can make it a little bit like your own. And that's going to be enough for you to create an original interior so you don't have to run into any issues. If you want to sign up for Creative Fabrica so you can have access to these interiors, not only that, but they also include a library of fonts, which I use for my KDP books. They have a bunch of graphics, a ton of graphics to create your book covers as well as the interiors. And they also give you access to the AI Studio where you can generate images using their AI tool. Go ahead and check the link down below and sign up for Creative Fabrica. It's about $3.99 per month, but it's billed yearly, so it's about $47 per year. It's a great price, very, very low budget. You're gonna get a lot of value and a lot of resources to create your KDP books. Now, what you wanna do is go to Canva, and open up a project that's 6x9, depending on the size that you want to make. I'm going to do a 6x9 inch project or 6x9 inch interior. So I have it here 6x9 inches. Now what we want to do is we want to create the interior from scratch. So like I said, you can grab an interior from Creative Fabrica, and you can see I have both right here. So your first page is going to be the mileage tracker page. And then you're going to add a page, you're going to add another page, because this is going to be the backside of that first page. You don't really want to start your page here. You want to start it on the right-hand side. So this is where it's going to be. So the start of your interior should start right here. So what you want to do is you want to go to the first page, your book belongs to page. And what you can do is you can put it to the corner and then drag it to the other corner so it takes up the entire page. Now we can recreate this. So what I like to do is I like to put the transparency down. And then what we can do is we can go to text, add a heading, and we can type in mileage tracker, just like that, very simple. And you can even copy it close to what it has. And then this book belongs to, so I'm just gonna duplicate that, put it down here. I'm just gonna make it smaller. And then just add some lines. If you wanna add a box, you can add a box, but I just wanna put a line and then extend it. And then we can change the line height right here, line style, put it down to 1. And then there you go. Now, if you wanna put a little element right there, you can search up here for speed, graphics, and let's go with this one right here. We can make it smaller. You see how it's similar, but it's also different. And now we can delete the backside. Now we have our own mileage tracker, logbook. This book belongs to page. Now on the first page right here, you want to do the same thing. So you want to decrease the transparency so you can barely see it. And then you just want to start building. Now you don't want to copy this exactly, but you want to make it similar. So what we can do is I can go back up here, grab this, copy, go back here, paste it, put it up here, make it smaller. And so there's that. And then for the period right here, I can go ahead and duplicate that real quick, put it right here. And let's make this size 12, maybe 10, put it right here. We'll name it period. And then instead of creating a box, maybe I just want to create something else. So I'll go here, I'll look for shapes, this one right here, and I'm just going to do something like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to color this a little bit lighter. So there's my box. And then I will do the same thing for date start. And then now to finish it, I'm just gonna put the lines that come across. So I'm just gonna go to shapes, add a line, put the line weight all the way down. And I'm gonna color this a little bit lighter like that. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put it right here and then just extend it and then duplicate it. Put that one down here, duplicate it, duplicate, keep duplicating until you have as many as you need. And don't worry about the spacing. We're gonna fix that at the very, very end. So just create as much as you need, which is probably this much. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this template to the side and I'm gonna highlight all of my lines here and then position, tidy up. And then what we can do is we can drag it a little more, a little less. Let's just do that. And then go ahead and delete the template in the back. And as you can see, you have your own interior here that you did by yourself. It's as simple as that. And then all you have to do is duplicate it, add a page in between. And then when you go over here to grid view, you can go ahead and just keep duplicating this. You gotta add a page here. Just do that, just duplicate it until you have 100 pages and just do that. So as you can see, it's 108 pages. Very simple to do. This is the entire interior completed and done. All you have to do is hit share, download as a PDF print, all pages, and then RGB if you're using the free Canva. If you're paying for Canva Pro, use CMYK because this is the better option, and then hit download. Now for the cover, you wanna go to KDP's Cover Calculator and fill out all this information. Binding type, paperback, interior, black and white, paper type, white, reading direction, left to right, measurements, inches, interior trim size, this one is 6x9, and then our page count was 108, and then hit calculate dimensions. We want these two numbers, this height and width for the full cover, 12.493, 9.25. We want to enter that into Canva to create our book cover. And then we also want to download this template. Now you have the custom size here on Canva. Just create the new design. And this is what it's going to look like. Now we want to add that template from Amazon and then just put it to the corner there. It'll lock and then extend it. And there we go. So this is the template that we want to use to create the book cover. So here's the spine right here. Here's where we create our cover. And then this is the back cover on the left. Now what I like to do is I like to decrease the transparency down to about 10 where I can barely see what I'm working with. And I'm going to go ahead and lock it. And then this is a pretty simple book cover. I'm just going to put a square here like so. And I'm going to color this gray. I'm going to add the interior that I made and just put it on the front right here. Here it is right here. I want to add a little bit of dimension to it. So I'm going to go edit, shadows, glow. I'm going to put it right here on the corner down here. I'm going to extend it like so, like this. Keeping in mind that the border right here, you can barely see it. It's right here all the way around. And I want to center it as much as possible. The other thing that you could do if you don't want to do this is you could just remove the shadow and you could just make it the full length of the page just like this. This is another idea. And then what you can do is you can go to elements, hit a shape right here, put it in the middle and turn this into a spine that extends just a tiny bit from the actual cutoffs. And then you can color this black, extend it, remove this so. Then you can color the back so it can be like this. And then all you would have to do is add your text, add a heading, and just type it in again, mileage. And then you can add a little box to put behind it where we can kind of turn it into a white color with a border. You can add a border with these. And then we can even do a rounding of the corners like that. And your cover could be as simple as this. All we have to do is delete the template in the back. And once we have that, this is going to be your cover. It's as simple as that. Doesn't take that much time. Your customer is going to see exactly what your interior looks like. And then all you have to do is hit share, download as a PDF print, RGB or CMYK if you're paying for Pro, and then hit download. Now, don't forget about my KDP royalty roadmap. If you need help with your KDP journey, it's going to show you how to create your first low or medium content book on Amazon KDP from start to finish. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell, as well as follow me on all my socials at JeffSetLife. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.